Hi there, I want to show you the new IELTS Skills app from Macmillan. This was demonstrated to me recently at the IELTS conference. I wanted to take a look at it and just show you a few features about it. The version I've got here is actually the free one. There is a paid one, and I'll go into a bit more detail about that later, but this free app does give you an overview of the features that you might find in the paid elements. So if we take a look here, there are different aspects to it. There are reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Again, these just give you a little taster of each of these. So presumably in the full app, you get more extended, more examples, more exercises to do. The one nice thing about this is that it's not just exercises. It's not just practice activities, practice tests. It does actually try to teach you things as well. So, for example, if we look here where it talks about skimming for content words. This is trying to train you to read faster and to skim more appropriately when you're looking through a text. So if we come down the page here, it says you're going to read the first section of a reading passage. You can choose the speed at which you want to read it. So you've got slow, medium and fast here. So let's just click medium and then click play. And then you can see the text starts disappearing, and you have to try and keep up and read the text at the same time. Again, this is good practice for developing that necessary reading speed to get through the reading part of the IELTS test. Let's just pause that. If we go down, you can then see, rather than just doing reading speeds, which you don't necessarily need to understand anything to read that quickly, there are actually questions underneath as well. So then you can sort of look at the answers, and based on what you've read, you can choose whether they're correct or not. So I really like the fact that there is this element of not just sort of teaching, but also testing, and this is different from a lot of the apps out there. You can have a look. There are other similar types of activities here. There's one that's about completing summaries. Again, there's a nice little teachy bit at the beginning talking about trying to predict words that might complete the blank spaces, and then check the predictions in the text. Again, this is sort of general advice for IELTS, but it's good that they're not just giving you test activities to do here. Okay, and you can see down the bottom we have this life cycle of a tree, and what you have to do is then complete the answers by typing them in. I haven't done this yet, so I just won't do that right now. Okay, but you can just show the answers and see what they were down there. Using grammar, yeah, this was the only one that I wasn't 100% happy with. Not 100% sure exactly what element of grammar is being here, except identifying what type of word needs to be in the gaps here. So I'm not sure it's a really developing grammar activity, apart from identifying word forms and which ones should go in the spaces in the activity. Hopefully in the actual paid app it's a bit more developed than that. But I think just from this overview of this, I can see the potential for it being a very, very nice app. And for students who are taking IELTS and preparing for IELTS, I think it's going to give them both the sort of input in terms of teaching tips and ideas, and also some practice activities as well. As I said, this is just the free app. However, you can see here what you can do is, if you go to the App Store or the Play Store for Android or iOS, you can either go and buy the whole app, which has all the reading, listening, speaking or writing, or you can go and buy the individual sections. I think, let me just have a quick check. Yeah, I think the full app is $3.99. Full app is $3.99, and the individual apps are $1.49. So if you just want to focus on reading, for example, then you can just buy that one as well. Probably makes more sense just to buy the whole package. It's not that expensive, and it's likely you'll want to go into practice all of those different skills as well. So yeah, I'm pleased by this app simply because it's now going beyond this simple replication of gap filling activities or practice activities or practice tests, and it's trying to teach you relevant skills for the test, and give input, and not just sort of gap filling activities. So definitely one worth recommending to your students, I would suggest.